and welcome back, and today we are on the Saturday graft. Yes, you know, like that. So today it's pretty much follow up from last video, finishing off what we didn't get done then. More log bags are going, got 3 bags going today, another load of wood, finishing off the trailer and some other bits. So without further ado, let's go. Also guys, I've had a lot of comments about my waste disposal and how do I get rid of it and how much do I pay to get rid of it and that sort of thing. So I thought I'd just spend a couple of minutes just talking about that. So I take my waste up to a place called Eco-Sustainable Solutions. I believe they're like a national sort of thing, so there might be one near you. I pay $67.08 per load for a minimum tip of half a ton, so which ain't cheap. Just flat out, that's not cheap. But there's other places in that I can go, but the yard's a bit small, that sort of thing, so I feel a bit pressured. You know, you're a bit pressured. But yeah, so it's not the cheapest place, but it all gets recycled. It's all efficient. It's a very quick tip off. You know, you wade on, off really fast. No reversing on weigh bridges, which is nice. Yeah, it's just a nice, pleasant, easy user experience, which is why I take my waste there. I know for a fact they make a lot of money off of me, because they just turn it into compost and sell the compost. Fantastic idea. And you know, I'd love to do that one day and bring all that on site. But I'm not there yet. So that's sort of where I take my waste. You know, there's a lot of, you can do other things with it. You can burn it, you do whatever, you know. With bonfire night on the way, pile it on a field if you've got a field. You can burn it. A lot of the customers have their own green waste bins and that. So you know, you can fill the green waste bin. They get emptied monthly, so you can fill the wheelie bins up, that sort of thing, which eliminates your waste cost. But yeah, that's sort of a bit about how I get rid of my waste. Obviously in the summer it's a bit lighter, so I'll try again. You're trying to cram the volume on the load, not the weight. Whereas obviously in the winter, it's, you know, you're looking at the weights more than the volume because everything's wet. Wet grass clippings is, you know, heavy. But I'm quite lucky, you know, my little setup I can get half a ton in a load of wet waste. When it's dry, I'm 200-300 kilos, which obviously isn't the best. So it's another reason I want a slightly bigger trailer and that sort of thing, to be able to cater, get the volume on, so I'm not constantly paying minimum tips and only taking a couple of 100 kilo, because it's a bit wasteful and gets a bit pricey. I don't know if it's a tax deductible expense, as I am a limited company. I'm sure someone knows a bit more about business than I do. So if it is, then fantastic. Then it was worth it. But if it's not, then it's a bit. But I'm probably is. It's a business expense, isn't it? Not sure though. But yeah, that's just a little couple of minutes segment on waste and where I take it. It's a big part of gardening, you know. Everyone produces waste, and when you're on big hedge cutting jobs and that sort of thing, you know, you're producing lots of waste. If you're doing big grass cutting, you're producing lots of wet waste, which, well, in the winter you're producing lots of wet waste. But let me know in the comments, you know, how do you get rid of your waste? Where do you take it? What can you do with it? And that sort of thing. I know there's some people that takes it to a man, and then the man gets rid of it very cheap. I don't have a man, unfortunately. But if anyone is in the south of England, sort of Bournemouth sort of Ringwood ways, and is a man with a field, and would let me dump my waste there quite cheap, hit me up. I'm all open for the suggestions. Just a little segment about waste, guys. Let's get on with the actual work. While I was filming that, we had Leon filling up the bag of logs, which is our first little delivery of the day. So let's go give him a hand and get that bag full. Right then guys, we're all locked, loaded and ready to go drop the first bag off on a Saturday morning. And we're going to go get this second load loaded up. There we go, that is another 2 full bags. We're going to go up to Salisbury to get them dropped off. So let's do that now. We're at log location number 2. Let's get these, well, get the trailer reversed up and get it all offloaded. Right, there we go guys, that is the second delivery of them 2 bags of logs done. And well, if that clip doesn't show you I can drive, then I don't know what does. I was a machine driver for 3 years, so being behind the wheel and levers is my speciality. I've driven it all. Lorries, dumpers, trucks, diggers, you name it, I've driven it. Little pit stop guys on the burger van, you know, like that. The budget is up for today. We got the burger. I do approve. So, if you're ever driving along the A338 Salisbury Road, stop in the Joseph's burger van. Phenomenal. Lovely. I do approve. What about you, Leon?
Definitely.
Definitely. There we go. That is
that. Yeah.
We'll 2
stopping again.
We definitely will be, mate.
We will be.
That is 2 passes.
Yeah.
At the yard, and I'm going to crack on finishing that trailer, so we'll get a couple of time lapse and that sort of thing of that, and then I've got to go deliver a load of wood. And to be fair, that's probably going to wrap up my Saturday. I've let Leon go home now, so yeah, he's just had half day today, but I'm going to finish off what I've got to do, and yeah, let's get straight to it. There we go guys, we've got that other bit of wood in. Yep, that's a puncher. That is a puncher waiting to happen. So the rain is upon us, which isn't ideal. However, I am going to swing an axe for a bit and still take that load of wood up. The rain's not going to stop me at all. Thanks to the lovely man that commented about them logs. He says they look mixed. There's a bit of apple there, so I need to do my research, see what some apple is, get that split, because he said you're going to want to split it before it goes hard, because otherwise once it dries it goes rock solid. So thanks for that advice, I do really appreciate that. So yeah, I need to do some research on apple logs and we'll get them split before any others. They will take priority. But oh, I've dropped it. Alright, well, we'll go again. Anyway, the floor is all done. Not the best result, bit of a gap, but by the time you get the little like sprinkly bits from each like waste load and that, it'll fill it in, won't it? Or I've got some sawdust, bit of sawdust and some wood glue. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but sawdust and wood glue does sound like a good strategy, but I don't know. Is that just like too like DT from school life? I don't know. I'm winging this. I've had no one teach me. But yeah, so yeah, it's good for what it is, and an extra layer is an extra layer. Strength is strength at the end of the day. That is the way I look at it. But anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna split some logs and get this loaded up with another load of wood. Oh no, code red. Code red. I've accidentally let the tailgate fall on itself and just, well, look. All needs rebuilding really. It all needs coming off and rebuilding that tailgate. I mean, the rest of the trailer's probably alright now. But just as I thought I was done, no. I'll put that on there just to back it, because obviously I need bits this way, because it's obviously trying to, like, I don't know if I can show you, like, fold in on itself. If I fold in. So I've got that to sort of stop it. Yeah, that's the best I can do for now, I guess. With literally what I got, but that's a nightmare. Right, well, that'll be next weekend's job then, I guess, guys. Taking all that off and rebuilding it again. I mean, this was probably one of the first woodworking projects I'd done, this tailgate, so I'm not too angry. That also explains why that's been getting hard to put on, because it's been pushing out a little bit more each time. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's crack on. So that will do me for the time being. Oh, the camera's a bit laggy. That will do me for the time being. That was hard work. See what you mean, mate? I'm guessing that was Apple, 'cause that was hard. Oh well, on to the next. Well, I was having a little tidy up of the yard and the rain has come in very hard. I was literally just about to start loading that wood up as well, and then I'd have had the day complete, but it didn't work out like that, did it? Well, we'll wait here for a little bit and see if we can finish off, because that's a little bit too heavy, but we'll wait it out. I mean, sure, it's only showers, it's what it's been like for the past 2 weeks, so showers, so I'm sure it'll pass. But I'm just sat under my little makeshift log store. Still getting a little bit wet, mine, but maybe one with sides would be better, but then there's no wind blowing through, so I don't know if that would dry the logs. It's only a little one, maybe I need to invest in a bigger one. They're not very expensive. And it's keeping me very dry right now, so it's doing its purpose. It doesn't look like it's going to hold up, guys, but we will see. We will see. It's slowing. Will it stop? As long as it gets to a workable level, I'll be straight back out in it. Don't bother me. Sunshine, rain. Oh, I know you're limited with some jobs, you know, you're not mowing grass. Oh, I'll try all that again. I know you're limited with some jobs, you're not mowing grass in the rain, but the rain shouldn't stop you. That shows the discipline from the non-discipline. Are you going to go to work in the rain? I know I will, I definitely will, it doesn't bother me. A bit of water's never hurt anyone, is it? I'm the sort of person where I never check the weather, because I don't know about you guys, but if I see it's like 60% rain, I'm like, nah, it's raining, can't work. But if I just go out in it and don't check the weather, it is what it is. Like, if I get caught in a little shower, I get caught in a little shower, it'll pass. But it just brings me down checking the weather, so I never ever check the weather. And that'd be my top tip of the day. Don't check the weather. Just go out. If it's not raining, go out. That would be my biggest top tip as a gardener. Do not look at the weather apps. The weather just makes you demotivated. Just get out in it. You'll be alright. You'll be fine. Right, guys. The weather has taken a turn for the worst, and I was just putting the trailer back together, and I've noticed that the other side. I'll explain this in the van. This isn't working. Hi. I'll try and explain what I was just saying. So I put the tailgate up on the trailer because, well, I have decided to call it a day because it's been raining for a solid half hour now, guys. It ain't giving up, it's only getting harder. I'm soaked right through now to the bone. The coat is leaking, getting a bit leaky in shoulders and that, so I've decided to call it a day. Not what I want to do, but it's what I'm going to do. But yeah, as I was putting the tailgate up on that trailer, as I was saying, I've noticed the other side also snapped exactly like the first side that I showed you earlier on. So that's no good, we can't be having that, so that's a priority now as well. My priority list is getting quite long. Yeah, we're going to have to get that rebuilt, that whole tailgate. Maybe I might use some checker plate and a proper job. See if I can get my hands on a welder, try getting some welding. So there's a couple of other bits that need welding up on that trailer. My time's passed. I'm drenched right through. It's a Saturday, it's 3 o'clock. I was literally only going to load that trailer up and take it and then empty it. I mean, it's a shame I can't get it done, but it can be done another day, during the week next week, I guess. It's going to have to be, but it has to be before bonfire night, because I ain't going to want it. Which is going to leave me with it, so I have to get it done. It's one of them, on the priority list also. So I guess I'm going to wrap this one up there, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good weekend, guys.